Okay, hello everyone, Dwayne Lewis here, and I have the privilege of having the managing partner of a company called Imago called Rachel Roberts. She's here with us today, and we're going to be talking about a lot of issues that are impacting the economy as a result of COVID-19, and also because it's Mental Health Awareness Week, we're going to be touching on a few issues regarding that. So what I'd just like to say is thank you very much, Rachel. Hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm good, Dwayne. It's really good to be with you this morning.
And great, it's great to have you. How are things going with you in your business?
It's interesting times, as it is with everybody. So we've obviously switched to a digital model, which fortunately we were kind of ready for anyway. But yeah, things have been very busy, shall we say.
Okay, well look, we really do appreciate you joining us and spending time with us. I know you're very busy, so I'll just get right into it because there are a few questions I would like to ask you. The first one being, what are your predictions for the business landscape post-COVID-19?
Okay, that's a great question. I think we're going to see the real impact on our economy in July. Because that is when companies will be required to contribute to the government furlough scheme. And I think the sad realisation will be that quite a lot of people currently furloughed will find that they don't have a job to go back to. So I think we will hit a bit of a sticky patch there. Certain industries, travel, tourism and the leisure sector are going to have to completely reinvent their business models to survive. I also predict potentially we may see some renationalisation in industries such as airline and rail, possibly only on a temporary basis in the same way that the government had to support the banks in 2008. But it's not all doom and gloom. Bicycle sales are through the roof. We are using more digital and tech services than we ever have before. So when we've got this kind of seismic change in customer behaviour, there are real opportunities for innovation. And entrepreneurs and investors will spot those. And I think we will start to see some really exciting new businesses cropping up. And I hope with a little more interest in things like sustainability and ethics and the environment than we've seen before. So yeah, it's going to be a very interesting time to watch and see what happens.
Oh, thank you for that. Yes, I totally agree with the innovation part and the other bits that you've said as well, because I think business need to learn to adapt and innovate, especially those more traditional industries that were very customer facing. They're going to struggle, but like you said, I think it's not all doom and gloom. There is opportunity there. We just need to find it and make the most of it. But in that context, I'm a small business owner. What about your business? Do you think there will be any significant changes?
I do, Dwayne. I mean, we offer management, development, coaching and transformational change services. And I see a significant shift already in clients who want to move away from kind of generic training programs. They're seen as a little bit superfluous in the current climate. Clients are much more interested in a very specific, focused support to their executive team in terms of relooking at strategy and redesigning the business, how they're going to get there, and also coaching for the exec team, because it can be very, very tough at the top of these organisations in a climate that we're in at the moment. It's tough, and businesses need support. So we're there. We have obviously shifted to a digital model. And that does give us opportunities in terms of, a wider customer base. The geographies become open. We have more of a global model now. We've already got more international clients. So yeah, a big shift for us too.
Just out of curiosity, Rachel, about the transformational change, do you think your views apply to the US market as well?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this is a global issue. There's no doubt about it. Businesses are going to have to completely review what they provide, what their customer base wants, because, you know, we've all changed. This situation has changed us. You know, we're waking up to things about, you know, we're more interested in our health, we're more interested in how we spend our leisure time, we're possibly more concerned with our career planning and where that might go. So businesses are really going to have to look at their consumers, and also to think about their supply chain, because that's been another fascinating part of the COVID-19 crisis. You know, we have realized that our reliance on Chinese manufacturing has caused some issues in the UK and in the US. So yeah, I think businesses will be looking at how they're structured and how their global model works moving forwards.
Okay, well, thank you very much for that. My last question is about mental health. As you know, it's Mental Health Awareness Week here in the UK, and I know that's a subject that you're very, very passionate about. So it's in that context, I was hoping that you could perhaps share some of your advice or tips on anyone, for anyone, to help someone that might be struggling through these really challenging times.
Sure, you're quite right. Emotional well-being at work is a research interest of mine. I'm doing some doctoral research at the moment with Lancaster University. I think the first thing to say is that it's okay not to be okay, to coin the phrase, in this kind of situation we're finding ourselves in. People are anxious. People are anxious for their health. They're anxious for the health of their loved ones. They're anxious for their job security. You know, and coupled with that, we're in this lockdown situation where we don't have a lot of contact with the outside world. So, you know, from a mental health perspective, it's not ideal. And I think everybody is feeling, you know, a little bit of you know, a shift in how we're operating day to day, and a little bit of discomfort really with the you know, the constraints that we've got upon us at the moment. So what I would say is, you know, accept that it's normal to feel anxious, but also there are things that we can do. I think if I was going to give top 3 tips for people to kind of optimize their mental health at the moment, it would be, first and foremost, get outside, get some fresh air and some exercise every day. Even just a 10-minute walk around the block will do you good. You'll get some vitamin D from the exposure if the sun's out. But, you know, it clears your head. It's really good for you. Tip number 2 would be, make sure you've got some social time in your day. We're all working from home, and lots and lots of people are literally sitting on back-to-back Zoom calls, as we are now, through the entire day without really having any kind of downtime, and that's just not great for you. When we're in the office, you know, we go and stand in the kitchen, make a cup of coffee, have a little bit of a chit-chat with our work colleagues, and that opportunity has gone. So, you know, do pick up the phone and do make sure that you just have a little bit of downtime in your day, because it's important to give your brain a little bit of a rest. And the final point, which may not go down too well with some people, but when we're feeling a little bit stressed, we do tend to eat more junk food, sugar intake goes up, caffeine intake goes up, alcohol consumption goes up. These aren't great things in terms of managing our anxiety levels. So if you can just, you know, have a little bit more water, keep hydrated, and a little bit less junk food, then that will help you in terms of feeling tip-top emotionally and, you know, having good mental health.
Okay, fabulous. Wow. I think number 2, I need to have some more downtime, because I'm always on Zoom.
Most of us fall down on that one.
Someone. I know. I will do it. I'm going to do it. But, you know, okay. Listen, that's about it now. So, again, a really big thank you for making time to speak to everyone. It's really appreciated. So, look forward to seeing you soon when all this blows over. Yes?
Absolutely. Thanks very much, Dwayne.